beautiful Aries, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career reading for the end of May right through to the end of June 2022. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful scammers are about to pertain to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details, and I'll never ask you for personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aries, this is your career reading. You should still be feeling those influences from the eclipses, that new moon eclipse in Taurus, which is all about value, getting a better deal, and reciprocity for all the hard work that you've been putting into something, getting the rewards that you truly deserve out. But also we have that full moon eclipse in Scorpio, which was about shedding any blockages, whether that's fear of success, fear of failure, low self-worth, or feeling like you're not good enough to achieve whatever it is you set out to do. You let that go with that full moon eclipse, and you move forward with intense focus and concentration. So let us see what's coming out for you here. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I check in with your energy. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? Okay, I've got to go get that card. 1 moment, please. And let us see what's coming out there. Oh, they want one more. They do want one more, so I thought I was done. But there we go. Okay. So, I'll just go get that card. 1 moment, please. Okay, the one who instigates. That's interesting because your sign tends to be connected to the Fool card, but also to the Magician. The Magician is the instigator as well as the King of Wands. So definitely picking up on your energy. So leadership skills, you've got them. You got them in spades there. I'm just going to go and get the rest of your cards. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? Look at that. The first card there is the Force, which is the Courage card, the Strength card. So, oh, okay. How would you like to receive? Thank you so much. Okay. Okay. Interesting. They wanted 2 in the reversal position. So that is about, you got the Wool card there, which is about accomplishment, and we got the Hermit. Okay, so they're indicating here that sometimes you like to start things, but you don't quite finish some things. You may start things and be really enthusiastic about it, and then all of a sudden, you get either distracted elsewhere. They're just indicating there with that World card and that Hermit that intense focus is required to get something done. You're going to achieve it. There is success here, but they're indicating return to something that perhaps you haven't quite accomplished yet, or something. I mean, it could be a project, it could be a piece of art, it could be a screenplay, a book, whatever it is. It may even be a book about working from home. They're really indicating here that okay, my guides are giving me that you're actually going to enter a new period, a new period where you're actually going to accomplish all the things that you set out to do, but you're going to get really organized. It's almost like you're going to be in doing mode, and you're going to finish the things that you've started, is what they're showing me, okay? It's an end to you procrastinating. I mean, we all do it. We all procrastinate at some stage, because sometimes we're afraid of finishing things because it means we're on to the next. Or it can mean, fear of failure if you're like thinking about putting something out there. Wow, they're asking me to go many cards in the last position, so that's really interesting. We got Perseverance and the Tower. Okay, they want 1 more for the Tower. They just said 1 more for the Tower. We've got Isolation, 8 of Swords. Okay, so there's something here. Either you have to work on on your own, or you have to or you've been working alone and you've been feeling really isolated, because we've got the Hermit there as well, and it's like it's making you feel fed up, like you want a new start in some area. You may feel even if you're at a workspace where there's other people, you're feeling a little bit on your own or in some way cut off or isolated from people, and it's making you feel like you want to just leave that space. Or they're showing me that there is something more positive in the future. I mean, we got the Devil card, so we need to clarify that just to see if it's you know, related to a Capricorn, or whether it is a blockage that you're experiencing, or perhaps it's a toxic environment that you may be working in at the moment. So I'm going to check that out when I get there, but let's start at the very beginning. The one who unfolds. You're still on your journey. Okay, you're still learning, you're still you know, developing, but you're also still rising. Okay, it says here, swathe, embrace self-care. So they're indicating here that perhaps you've been working really too hard. You know, when you work so hard, you're spinning lots of plates. To keep all those plates spinning, it means you don't quite finish or you know, end something, because it's always like an open-ended like project. So for example, if you're like I'm just trying to give an example right now. If you're the sort of artist, for example, I have a friend who's an artist, and he starts many paintings. So he, you know, it takes him a while to accomplish, but he visits each one, whereas you know, for example, I have another friend who's an artist, and she focuses only on that one until completion. So you know, I feel like you've been doing a lot. You've been like having your finger in many pies, and you know, you may be doing your career, but you're also doing life, right? So I feel like there's something here that's open-ended, and they're indicating here that embrace self-care. Make sure you have some time for you to power up your energy, because I feel like here you're always exhausted, or you don't get enough sleep, or you're just like constantly switched on is what I'm getting, and it may be making you feel a little bit either anxious, or making you feel a little bit like you're not running on full speed ahead. You're just feeling a little bit empty in the tank. That's what they're showing me. Okay. Now, the one who unfolds, I feel like you're revealing your capabilities to people. People are starting to notice what you bring to the table. Now, the most important thing is you knowing what you bring to the table. Of your career, you have a lot of skills. You're very talented. You're the sort of person who you know, brings joy to any workspace. You've got a lot of passion. You're very enthusiastic, and you're capable of achieving great success. But it takes a while for you to warm up, is what they're showing. And I mean warm up as in, how can I put that? I feel like you've got you start really strong, and then it's like sometimes you start to not get distracted, but I feel sometimes you start to think, am I on the right path? Is this the right decision? It doesn't excite me anymore. I feel like there's a few questions that go with this. So I'm just going to pull a card just to see if I'm picking up on this energy. It's almost like you constantly question. Now, questioning is good, but when you're questioning all the time, that it makes you like in you know, analysis paralysis energy. It's kind of detrimental to your path. They're just giving me this energy of like Hamlet syndrome. You know, when you overthink things and you think that what should you do next and things like that. They're just showing me that in this reading. So if that does not connect to you, perhaps this is not your reading. But they're really just thinking sometimes, they're just showing me this energy of sometimes you think and you think and you think. Three of Swords, yeah, difficulty. Now, swords are all about the mind, or about, you know, communication. Three of Swords here indicates you've been going through a difficult time, and you may be trying to weigh up your options or think things through, and they want you to have compassion with yourself. Yeah, get some rest. Four of Swords, I mean, I shuffled the whole deck. You got the Three of Swords and you got the Four of Swords there. Now, it could be that you're going through a personal difficulty, whether it's you lost someone very dear to you, or whether you've gone through a separation, or you've had some sort of disappointment or difficulty in your personal life. I mean, it could be in your professional life too, but I feel like they're indicating it's taking the energy. Okay, it's left you in a bit of no man's land is what I feel. And they want you to take some time out to really rest, meditate, and just, you know, take some time to power up, basically. The Four of Swords means you're protected, but it is a time of rest, healing, or recuperation from something. I mean, some of you may have gone through maybe even a procedure, you know, a medical procedure or something like that, and really need to just chill and maybe relax until such time as you heal properly. Four of Swords is like getting closure on something. You know, even if there's something that's really bothering you, it's like, you know, that there's like a cliched saying, I know, it's like sleep on it. Okay, they always say sleep on it. Don't react or don't, you know, don't connect to it. Just sleep on it because it gives you time to process, time to think. So there's something here. I'm just going to pull another card to see what that is all about. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide? Because I get an energy of things are not the way that they used to be. Okay, and there may be an energy of you looking back. Page of Cups in the reverse. So either someone's got unrealistic expectations of you at your workspace, or perhaps you have unrealistic expectations of yourself. You know, you are a human being. You're not a human doing. You're not a machine. So give yourself some time to rest. If you work for yourself, for example, and you're an entrepreneur, because we've got leadership here, you know, you tend to work more and harder for yourself because you love what you do, but at the same time, you don't get yourself any time to rest. So when we are constantly on the go and, you know, making sure we're always doing, we start to chip away at our love for something because it starts to become a chore. So they're indicating here, have compassion for yourself. Make sure you get rest. Now, if you work in a company, for example, and you've got someone who's got unrealistic expectations on you, or you feel like you're slowly falling out of love of what you do, you may be like, you know what, I used to love this, but it just has become really difficult. So it could be, since, you know, we're all going through a major pandemic, of course. I mean, things are not 100% over, but different places around the world are at different states of opening up or shutting down or whatever. So you may be looking at the way that things used to be. So there may be an energy, if you work from home because of those circumstances and you're still working from home, you may have enjoyed it at first, but maybe now you're feeling a little bit isolated. Or you may have felt like you preferred things as they were, because we've got the Six of Cups here, which is a looking back energy. Okay, it's like the good old days. So there's something here about you embracing self-care, or having time to sort of really being able to sit with yourself and sort of meditate, but instead you rather get up and do. You'd rather just keep going to accomplish something. So Spirit's kind of indicating, make sure you take some rest, some time, some me time. Okay. Now we've also got the Force card, which is Strength. Now this is about courage to go after your goals, your dreams. And if you've been going through a difficult period or a difficult patch in your career, whether you've still got your job and you're lucky, or whether you've lost your job and you've gone through a bit of a difficult time. So we got a Nine of Swords here. So something's making you feel very anxious. I hope I didn't say Ten of Swords. I meant Nine of Swords. Okay, anxiety, sleepless nights, that sort of thing. The Force card tells me that you're breaking those chains from that anxiety. You're going to be overcoming any obstacle or any difficulty that you've been experiencing in your career. So if you feel like there's been a bit of a stalemate or you've been at a standstill, then okay. So I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading, and they're showing me an image of a stork. Now, they're showing me that a stork is going to be a signifier for you over the next 4 to 5 weeks. A stork. Now, this could be a stork that you see in real time, a real stork. It could also be a stork that you see as a picture on a billboard or a painting. It could also be like a stork that is like in someone's garden, because they're showing me one just like popping out like behind bushes in a hedge or something like that. So it could also be something that somebody has in their garden that you walk past. They're just showing me a stork. Wherever you see it, I mean, you may even have a tattoo or meet someone with a tattoo of a stork on there. Wherever you see the stork, it means there's movement in your career, sudden change that is really, really positive. It brings you a nice surprise, okay? They're showing me the Six of Pentacles, which means the universe is stepping on in to bring you a gift with regards to your career, to get moving, to move forward. But you've got the courage to go after this goal or this dream, and you will accomplish it. You've got the World card. So this signifies there's been a bit of a blockage or a bit of a delay, but you're still on track to achieve whatever it is you set out to do. And even if it is, you know, you want to be, perhaps you want to be independent and you want to actually set up your own business and be a leader, because it's over the leadership card, but you're having a bit of anxiety as to whether you can accomplish this. I've got fear here of failure and success. That is what I'm picking up here in your middle pile. And, you know, a lot of people say, how can you be afraid of success? Well, success means change. It means that once you hit a certain status in your career, you have to maintain, or you have to, the only way is to go higher, which means more work, more dedication. And you may be like, wow, this is something that I definitely will accomplish, but it's scary. So we have to start at a point where we're like, we're ready for this, and we take it one step at a time, okay? Don't let the anxiety win, because you're capable of achieving so much success here. So whether you're deciding to set up your own business on your own, become an entrepreneur, or you are one, and you may feel a little bit isolated and you always have to find out all the information yourself, and you feel like you don't want to make a wrong move, Spirit says you're on the right track. On the other side, there is success and happiness. Yes, there is burden. Yes, it is hard work. Nobody said it would be easy, but it is something that is rewarding, that you can be proud of yourself. The same with if you work in a company. They're showing your courage, your tenacity. You will hit your target, whatever that target is. Whether you want to smash through a glass ceiling, if you feel like you've plateaued in your career and you want to level up, go for promotion, raise. At this moment in time, what I do see is that there is an offer coming on in that is fair, that is based on the effort that you've put into your work or to the sector that you work in. And they're showing me here, though, that this indicates that there is something here you have to focus on yourself. And you may feel a little bit isolated. You may feel like you're on your own in this, but you got this. You were given this journey because you're strong enough to take it and to accomplish it and thrive and flourish within it. As you can see, those chains are broken. Nothing's going to hold you back from being on target. That lion there has got a spear. It is ready to hit the mark, okay? And we've also got the Six of Cups. Now, I'm getting two energies from this. One is the looking back, the good old days, the way of working, memories perhaps of when you were once happier in your workspace. Perhaps things just felt easier. I mean, I know economically we're all going through crazy, crazy times, and they've always been crazy. It's just the world just amped up their level of crazy, right, in the last couple of years. So I feel like this is about you looking back at when you enjoyed a certain time in your workspace, thinking that those were happy memories, and perhaps you've been triggered to remember the past in some way because you enjoyed it more than you're enjoying your journey right now. But you are learning something, which is you are going to have happier memories in the future. You're going to be looking back at these times and seeing that your struggle, that you actually accomplished so much, and that you will overcome the struggle, and you will be proud of your accomplishments. Six of Cups is also a card of don't live in the past, because it's an illusion. We can't go back to that space. We can only live in the now. So it's a reminder that those moments in the past prepared you for this moment. If you're going through a struggle in your career, or a lull, or nothing's happening, or you feel like you're stuck in a cycle where it's like you get up in the morning, you're on repeat, and it is a repetitive habit, and you're feeling a little bit like unexcited or unenthusiastic about what you do, they're indicating that things are about to change. Don't obsess over the details. Don't obsess over things like perfectionism either. You are on the right track. Now, the second energy I'm getting with the Six of Cups is that you will return to something that you love doing, whether that's a hobby that makes you just feel a little bit lighter, or whether it is you returning to a career sector, or even someone from your past that you used to work with pops out and sort of reaches out and says, hey, I've been thinking about you. I've got this new position at where I'm at, and I thought you'd be perfect for it. So I do feel like there is some sort of return energy occurring. I mean, Mercury retrograde is all about returns, and we were going through one of those. So, there's this energy of something coming back. And I feel, because we got Six of Cups and we got Six of Pentacles here, I feel like it is a gift. It is an offering from the universe. Whether it is someone who connects to you from the past and they are really good at networking and connecting you to another opportunity or to somebody, there's a really exciting move forward for you, okay, that requires a lot of your skills. We've got here the one who instigates. Now, it's in the resistance position, so you may have felt like you've lost your motivation, or that drive, that panache, that passion to go after something, okay? You may have just taken a little bit of a backseat in terms of your ambition, and you don't know why. It's not a typical trait of yours. Normally, you're very ambitious, you're very creative, and you're very original. You've got a lot of energy. You're always that go-getter of the zodiac. But something here has changed, and I feel you've been stuck in a cycle where you feel like low energy where you find it difficult to finish what you start, and it can come down to this hermit energy, which means you feel a little bit isolated or you feel a little bit alone. And you are typically a person who thrives on energy. So, connecting to other people is important for you. Sometimes we can all have those moments where we're like, we hate people. We don't want to be with anybody right now. But there is a yearning here, a yearning to reconnect. So that's what I'm feeling in your energy. But we've got leadership, provocation, and power. This is the thing that you're going to overcome. This is the obstacle that you're going to overcome. So if, for example, you've been feeling a little bit low vibe recently with regards to your career, you're getting like Emperor energy, which is you're stepping into a leadership role, or if you felt like you've been working really hard to obtain some sort of role that is a promotion, or requires more responsibility and more money, you may have felt like it's always just been out of reach. Well, in the next 4 to 5 weeks, the energy is shifting. It's moving in a positive direction for you. This is a new cycle where your power is actually going to change your circumstances and you're elevating, okay? This is about you instigating, either going after a new role. So maybe some of you are going to think about putting your resume out there to get a new job, or you've already done that and you're going to totally boss an interview and get a new job or raise or a promotion. I really feel like you're stepping up, okay? This is, we've got the snake there, which means there is a new cycle. Snakes tend to be about rebirth, shedding old skin. So you're leaving something behind, and you're entering something new, or you are renewed in your energy and you're going after something that, excuse me, you've been focusing on for a while, but felt you've taken the foot off the brakes for a little bit. Excuse me. I do apologize. I got hay fever at the moment, and it's just really hitting my eyes and my throat. So I do apologize. We got the world here. Now, the world is all about accomplishment, success, being in the right place at the right time, and fulfilling your destiny. Okay. So the world card here indicates that you will complete what you set out to do. And I'm talking about all tasks. You're going to be really productive in the month of June, and it's going to be effortless. You're totally leading. You're totally, in control of your circumstances and well organized. Even if you're not somebody who is typically well organized, you're going to surprise yourself, okay? But it requires intense focus. So yes, it does require you to have moments of intense doing where you're just focusing without distraction, and then moments where you take a step back and you sort of refigure the next move in your career. Now, as you can see with the world card there, everything is in balance, all elements. Now you've got fire, earth, water, air on that card, and that represents, all those sort of elements coming together with sort of brute force in order to be a force to be reckoned with. So, you've got that element of like fire. So you've got Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius on this card. So that means, you've got inspiration, you've got action, you've got passion, you've got enthusiasm. You've also, when you've got water, you've got, the dream itself. You've got an emotional connection to whatever it is you're setting out to do. And you're capable of being flexible in order to accomplish it. That fire is all about that passion, that achievement. Earth, you've got a plan, okay? And you're sticking to the plan, and your hard work will see you through to the end. Also, you've got air, which is all about creativity, your voice, having like a muse or something that you really focus on that inspires you, but also having wonderful ideas, and also, most importantly, having fun with it. If what you do is no longer fun anymore, things start to feel heavy, and accomplishing things start to slow down, okay? So it's about finding your true path and being in the flow. There has been a delay because it's in the resistance position, and you may have felt like a little bit out of the loop recently, and your commitment to your goals and dreams have taken a little bit of a backseat because you're like, I tried so hard, it's been a bit of a struggle, I've battled away, and nothing happened. So what is the point? And I feel like you've taken, like, as I said, put the brakes on a little bit, but you're going to get back in that flow, and you're going to see that actually everything you've been fighting for, everything that you've been working for, you accomplish it, okay? The Hermit is a temporary sort of timeout to regroup your energy and gain, by reflecting, gain knowledge, truth from within. So I feel like you're enlightening yourself about regaining or re-sparking your passion regarding a dream, because we've got the star there, which is a wish come true. And as you can see, this bear, which represents, endurance and not giving up, and thriving under difficult circumstances. That lantern, the fire is still burning for something. The fire or the candle hasn't quite gone out on something that you're trying to accomplish. So I feel like you're not giving up on it, okay? But you may have felt a little bit jaded or a little bit disappointed or anxious even, that you feel a little bit isolated in your goals and dreams. So with the Nine of Swords there, it says fear. So this tells me there's a fear of like having to go alone on something, or a fear of failing on something that you truly want to accomplish. You're going to overcome those obstacles and those struggles, and you're going to accomplish everything you set out to do. And you did this all by yourself, okay? Which is something to really be proud of. So whatever it is that you do, there's an energy here of you accomplishing it. And I do feel like that this is something that you do alone. So whether you work on your own and you feel isolated by, others in the office, you're still going to be very productive and get stuff done. So I don't feel like it's isolated in terms of friendship. I feel like it's, you're working really hard, and you may look at other people and think, wow, I'm doing so much here, and everybody else is just like taking the what, and they're like on the computer buying stuff for themselves or their family, or they're coasting. They're not actually doing as much hard work as you. So that's where I feel like you may feel isolated. If you work for yourself, or you're thinking about leaving a position and working for yourself, being an entrepreneur, I mean, sometimes sleepless nights they come because things feel so important. You don't want to make a wrong move. They're indicating it's in the resistance position, so they want you to have faith. Okay, they want you to sort of you're in a recovery position, or there's going to be deep relief. They're showing that if you've been worrying about something, you will see on the other side that there was nothing to worry about. Now, for those of you who lost your job, for example, or something came to an end and you're entering a new cycle and you're like really worried about what next, there is a position that actually sees you step up. It's coming on in. It's a gift from the universe, and it's going to be more money. But it's a fair amount of money. You may have wanted more, but I feel in time you will staircase that finance. But I feel this is about a leadership role that comes in, something that really like gives you a really exciting title, and you build from there, okay? And it's coming in quite soon. I would say around about the third week of June, you will have got a letter to, if you're out of work right now, third week of June, they're indicating that you'll get good news, that you're being offered a position. Whether you take it or not, that's your call. That's your own free will, but there's definitely some good news around about the third week of June for you. Now, also we've got the one who resists. So this is the outcome. Here we've got something that is making you feel a little bit anxious or a little bit nervous. I mean, it could be world circumstances. The world, as I said, is a crazy place right now. It's always been crazy, but it's just been amplified by a million in the last couple of years. So I feel like everything is making humans in general fear what could happen next. Nobody knows what will happen next. I mean, you can feel the energy if you really tap into the energy. So I feel like you're protecting yourself, and I feel collectively people are protecting their assets, as it were, and their position in day-to-day workings, because we've all now gone through something that surprised humanity. Okay, let's put it that way. I don't want to get too political on things, but anyway, on the other side of this, we've got fearless, justified, resistant. So you're not giving up. You're still fighting for a goal or a dream, and you're not letting go of it, okay? You're seeking greater meaning. You're seeking to connect to something that actually makes you feel good, rather than this anxiety. I mean, there may have been a lot of pressure on work at the moment, or on your shoulders regarding work at the moment, and it's made you feel like anxious or sleepless nights. There may have even been an event that has made you feel like you're a bit alone in your workspace, but that will change, okay? Now, if you have a look here, the one who resists, this woman here, she's got like serious intent. Let's put it that way. So I feel like you may have been dealing with somebody or something that has been a bit toxic, that who did not support your goals or your dreams, or you at work in some way. You will protect yourself against that energy. And by that, I mean your protection and your, it's almost like there's two things. If you did not get something, it's a silver lining. It's a natural departure. Rejection is protection and redirection, okay? Always remember that. But if it's somebody who's making your life a little bit difficult in the workspace, it's a temporary discomfort is what they're showing me. And that your success is actually the revenge that will put this person in their place, okay? Now, we've also got the one who battles, okay? Beautiful card, the one who battles. And it says justice, fierce commitment. So you're gaining that commitment again, you're gaining that drive, that enthusiasm, but also you're receiving good karma. You're getting justice for everything that you fought for. This is you getting reciprocity, and it's about time, okay? Because you've battled really hard. Now, I also feel this energy of fierce, you're getting your tenacity back. So if you've been feeling that low energy or that like, what's the point kind of energy, you're going to power up and feel that vitality again. And suddenly you're back in the mix. You're excited about what you do. You're just in that doing mode, and you're going to accomplish so many things in June. You're going to surprise yourself, okay? So I really feel like whatever it is you've been fighting for, you're successful. You're going to accomplish it. I mean, if you have a look in the background there, it looks like it's very sort of misty, but it's all red. So I really feel like this can be a couple of things. You know, I feel like this is the moon. I feel like this is like the full moon eclipse that we kind of had, you know, it was a blood moon. So I feel like that sort of orangey red kind of energy. It's like, even in uncertain times, you're protecting your position and you are fighting for what you want to achieve, and you're going to accomplish it. And it doesn't have to be like a fight. It can also be like you deserve to be elevated in your career, so you go for a promotion and you get it because it's right. Or you decide to go for a new job, to another position that pays more money or appreciates you more. And it's right. It just feels like you're on the right track. The Sun card indicates success, accomplishment, but the truth, the light. The truth here is that you were born to be a leader, you were born to be successful, and you stand out from the crowd. You've learned a lot, and there's a lot of growth in your career, okay? A lot of energy. The sun is the biggest ball of energy in the whole universe, so that we know of, let's put it that way, that we know of. And the sun is all about finding that power up where it's going to be a more abundant time. You're going to be deeply grateful for everything that comes towards you. And the most important thing that you will see as the truth is you did this. You did this all by yourself. You accomplished great things and you're proud of yourself, okay? Now, we got to pull a few cards on this because we got the Six of Pentacles, we got the Two of Wands. Something that you've been planning has been feeling like, so either some of you are planning to leave your workspace and become an entrepreneur and work for yourself, or you are thinking about going for a promotion. Whatever it is you've been planning as the next stage, that's the thing that's been making you feel a lot of burden or had a lot of heaviness on your shoulders. Six of Discs indicates out of the blue, the universe sends you an unexpected resource. So whether that is a new job offer, whether it is a pay rise, or whether it is a surprise or a gift from someone from your past who offers you something to network with a person, doors are opening for you. The appearance of this card indicates an unexpected sort of level up. The universe is actually bestowing good karma on you and focusing and shining on you. It's like a pretty package from Spirit. It could be a financial reward, or it could be an offer of an opportunity. Six of Pentacles is being favored by the universe to give you something that is fair. It is a fair distribution. It is being generous to you because of all your hard work. Six of Pentacles tends to can also mean someone from your past comes back and pays a debt that, especially with the Six of Cups there, can mean someone comes back and pays you a debt that they owed you. But the majority energy I get here is something showing up for you that you've been wanting for a long time, and it liberates you, okay? It helps you lead in some way in your career. But we got the Two of Wands, which is planning. So June seems to be a month of really looking at where you're at and planning something. I feel like you don't make any solid movement on this until the end of June into July, okay? So whatever this move is, or whatever this decision is that you're having the courage to activate in your career, it sort of starts, the ball is in motion by the end of end of June, okay? into July. And we have Two of Wands, planning. Now this is a card of ambition, feeling restless where you're at, having expectations that you feel like you have not yet connected to, a yearning, okay, an appetite for success. This is like you designing your future, being the architect of your dreams. So the Two of Wands is all about, mapping your progress, looking at where you are right now, trusting in the unknown, but also having like an ambitious plan that you are going to move forward with. This card is also reminding you that you're already making progress. Okay, and that your passion will attract the perfect situation that is meant for you. The universe is actually aligning you with everything you need. But the Two of Wands can also be that you're waiting for results. So if you've already put your resume out there, or you've already asked your boss for a raise, or you've set the ball in motion to set up your own company, you're waiting for results, but you're not just waiting and twiddling your thumbs, you're still sort of behind the scenes designing the next step, okay? Because you've got a thirst for accomplishment or ambition now. It's almost like your energy has returned and now you're focusing on, what do I do next? As you can see, these two wands, it's like they're pointing right to the top of the mountain. So the mountain is the thing that you want to conquer or accomplish. So it's like, how do I get from here to here? So it's in the planning stages. Whatever obstacle you feel like you've come up across, you're going to get there, okay? You will overcome the obstacle. Now we got the Ten of Wands. It says burden. So you know, and I know, anything that is worth having isn't easily accomplished. So I feel like you know that it's going to be hard work, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. And where it says burden, the Ten of Wands tends to get a bit of a bad rap, I feel sometimes, because the Ten of Wands is like, it can mean like you're burning the candle at both ends. So you need to get some rest. That's why you've got the Four of Swords came out there. You've got the Nine of Swords, you're having restless nights, so perhaps you're not getting sleep, especially with those eclipses. Not many people got some decent sleep during that period, so that's why that's showing up. But also the Hermit energy is like, take a step back, rejuvenate your energy, really think about the next step, because you're nearly accomplishing something. You're nearly there, okay? When we look at a goal or a dream, we look at it from the position of where we're at right now and where we want to go. And it looks big. It looks huge. And we start to feel a little bit of fear and think, wow, how am I ever going to do that? Remember, as soon as you take the first step, the universe takes 10 steps towards you, okay? It's taking the first step that puts you on the path towards success. As soon as you say to the universe, I'm not going to give up, I'm going to succeed at where I want to be, the universe says, okay, Aries is serious. Let's bring in the cavalry, and they actually come to meet you halfway. So I feel like this is about clearing space or clearing the way, making adjustments for a new beginning or a new cycle. The Ten of Wands is like gathering the strength after working so hard. You've overloaded yourself in some way. So they're showing me that, yes, whatever it is you're working hard towards, it is going to be exhausting. Yes, you're going to be doing a lot. You're taking on a lot. But can you accomplish it? Absolutely. You got the Sun card, which means you're going to be right where you want to be. Now we do have the Devil card. The Devil card, as soon as I touch this card, I've got obsession energy, okay? Now the Devil is Capricorn energy as well. So I'm feeling like this obsessive energy, so I will pull a card on it. We got Seven of Discs, which is perseverance. You're not giving up on something. We've got the Tower, and we've got the Eight of Swords. So the Tower basically shows up whenever we feel a little bit stuck. And sometimes we can get stuck in our own head. The Eight of Swords is about fear. It is about a self-imposed restriction, a blockage of the mind where we feel like something is so big that perhaps we shouldn't bother starting because it just feels like unachievable. But actually, you're the sort of sign, my beautiful Aries, that makes the impossible possible, okay? And actually, when you break down that word, I know it's such a cliche, but they're actually in the water right now, separating the two words, which is I'm possible. So you're making something possible. I'm going to pull a card on that Devil card and that Tower, because I just want to see what energy is coming out there to clarify. Can you please clarify the Devil card for my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? Eight of Wands. Okay, so you may be obsessing about the length of time it is taking you to get somewhere, because the Eight of Wands is like you want to move fast, but right now you're feeling everything is stuck. Okay, you put all the hard work in there, you know, perfectionism as well, so just be mindful of that. Sometimes when we have perfectionism and we always say, oh no, we can't do it now, it's not the right time. When will ever be the right time? My guides are just pointing at my t-shirt. Now or never. Yeah, now is always the time. We live in the present, okay? Whenever we say, we'll do it tomorrow, we'll do it tomorrow, my guides always say, tomorrow never comes. It's always today, okay? It's always today. So we've got the Eight of Wands there. There is movement forward for you. Okay, and you know, even if you're working in a toxic environment that is trying to hold you back or in some way oppress your true authenticity, maybe you feel like you cannot express yourself where you're at, because all the swords that we've got here, they are in a negative position. So if you feel like you cannot express yourself, or your ideas are not met well, or not even listened to or appreciated, I feel like despite the toxic energy, you're still going to overcome that and move forward. There is movement in your career and good news as well. The Eight of Wands is a card of good news coming on in that helps you move forward. Things are going to get quicker at the end of June into July. That's why I say, you know, from the third week of June, there's something, you know, an offer from the universe or a sudden surprise that comes on in, and it changes everything. Now, let me just clarify that Tower. The Devil card is not an evil card. I always say the Devil represents a blockage or something we feel bonded to or helpless to change. So whether that's, you know, we feel fear and we feel we can't move forward, or whether we feel, you know, we don't have the finances right now to take a leap of faith in something, that represents a blockage, okay? Now, of course, we have to work within our circumstances. So if the time is not right for you to make a move in your career and instinctively you feel that, then listen to that intuition. It will never, ever lead you astray. Your intuition will tell you when it is time to take a leap of faith. That's why you need the Hermit energy, to take a step back so that you do not have any distractions, and you can hear your inner voice, because we've built a very loud world where our inner voice has to now scream, and our guides have to show us important signs to be aware of before you know, we even notice them, because you know, we've built such a loud oh, interesting, the Devil and the Tower are paired. Okay, so this could be a shock to the system, or it could be a toxic energy that occurs, but they're showing me here the Seven of Discs means you persevere, you get through it. I just want to show you the Devil card showed up, okay? So they're connected. So this could be a surprise that suddenly you find out that your boss, who said that they would elevate you in your career, has actually done everything but. They've tried to prevent your progress because they're scared that you could take over their position. You know, it's that sort of energy. You suddenly realize, because the Tower is a sudden revelation or a sudden change. And I'm just going to pull another card on that Devil. If they give me a Tower card, I'm like, seriously, you're joking with me. We got the Nine of Swords, have faith. It's in the reverse, and the Five of Wands there. Okay, so the Nine of Swords is shown up for you in the reverse. That's a really positive sign. It means that even if there's something, you know, blocking your path, or there's some sort of shocking thing that occurs in your career, have faith. It was meant to happen this way. The Five of Wands says something that you've been fighting for, something that you have sort of been battling away at. It's all going to be okay. I'm going to pull another card. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide the Empress card? So it may dent your confidence. The Empress card is in the reverse, but they're saying don't neglect your own needs. There may be a moment of indecisiveness. You know, whoa, okay, I gotta go get that card. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. I'm gonna go get that other card. One moment, please. Oh, we got the Ten of Swords again, and we got the Moon. Let me just go get that. So it may be the sudden ending of something. I'm not saying that, you know, you're all of a sudden going to lose your job. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that suddenly you realize something and you're like, it's the end. So it could be that suddenly, you know, if there's a person at your workspace who's been really toxic, they suddenly may give in their resignation and you're like, I'm free of this person. They were vile. Or it could be that suddenly you realize that your boss was not on your side. Or if you're setting up your own business and you're walking away from something, you may surprise people by, you know, getting out of the funk and suddenly giving in your notice and deciding to set up on your own. And, you know, I feel whatever this is, the Page of Pentacles in the reverse is basically, it's like an offer that did not come towards you, or it's like finding out that someone's withdrawing an offer, or that you've been, for example, it could mean that you are finding out that someone who's doing the same work as you is getting more money, or you're getting less money for the same job. So I feel like there's like something comes to light, something comes to the surface here, and it's the end. The moon card is really interesting that the Ten of Swords came out with the moon, because this basically means you're done in some area. You're like, I'm done, I'm over this, and it's clearing a way for a new beginning. It's actually very, very positive. The Ten of Swords doesn't always mean that you're like rock bottom on the floor or that someone stabbed you in the back, but it can do. What it means is basically you're responding to something differently at a challenging time, and you're putting an end to an old way of thinking or an old way of doing, because you're at a point of epiphany where you think, you know what, I deserve a new beginning here. And whether that is, if someone's like a bully at work, for example, because we got that devil twice and we got a tower, you're actually standing up to that bully and saying, excuse me, you know, if this happens anymore, I'm going straight to HR. Or, you know, you're nipping it in the bud. You're stopping them in their tracks. So I feel like this is like you calling a halt to something in a really positive way, because the moon card basically says you're transforming. There's a metamorphosis here, and it's basically something that is under the surface comes to the surface, and we suddenly see it. We suddenly realize that thing that has been worrying us, or we are able to shine a light on the fear itself in order to dissipate it and get rid of it. The moon also is a very positive card for suddenly an opportunity just arises out of the blue. Something hidden, like the universe is conspiring behind the scenes to bring you something other that you're not even aware of just yet. And suddenly it appears in the right moment. Just when you feel like all is lost, suddenly an opportunity comes and you find a way. As you can see, we've got that pathway that even in uncertain times, that pathway leads right over the mountains, which means you find a way to overcome the obstacle and you're home dry. I feel like there's a real positive aspect on the other side. But yes, it will cause anxiety. It will cause a little bit of nervousness. I'm not going to lie to you, Aries. What I see is, you know, sometimes the Eight of Swords especially is something you're not seeing. Something that, you know, you're releasing yourself suddenly from a denial, and suddenly you've got super clarity where you're like, this has been keeping me stuck all this time. My vision is no longer clouded. Now I'm having the strength and the courage to overcome what I fear or face what I fear head on. So I really feel like whatever it is that's been causing anxiety, you face it head on and you overcome it, and you're successful because of it. It can also be like, this is what's coming right now. So this may resonate with someone. That's why it's coming out in the scrying. For example, if someone asked you your opinion on say for example, your boss or someone that is in the establishment of where you work, or someone you really respect, asked you for their opinion, asked you for your opinion on their work, and you read their presentation or something like that, and you thought, oh my gosh, this is awful. How do I tell this person it is awful? So you find a way to diplomatically say, okay, you know, I think what you've got as a foundation is, you know, is great. I like where you are intending to go with this, but it doesn't seem like your usual style. So perhaps, you know, you could tweak it in this area, and this, you could keep that because I think that's wonderful, but there's just some other areas where I think, you know, you lost your way in that. And I feel I've read other presentations by you that, you know, were like a little bit more succinct. You know, say it in a very diplomatic way, and then that person could have turned around to you and been like, excuse me, F off, or whatever, or just phased you out because they thought, how dare you? And then they come back to you like a week or two later and say, Aries, I'm so glad you were so honest with me, because everyone else blew smoke up my you-know-what, and they told me that it was awesome when it really wasn't. And now I look back on it, I was like, what was I thinking? But you were the only person who led with integrity and said, I should change things, and you were right. And I really value that. And that comes back to you. That good karma comes back to you. So that's what I'm feeling here. It's coming out. So that may be something that someone's going through right now. The Seven of Discs says you're not going to give up, whatever it is. Whatever it is, you're not giving up. You're persevering. And the Tower is not a negative card. People see something unexpected as negative because we all, as humans, like to be prepared. I feel like you are prepared for something. You're prepared for battle. You're prepared to win something. Most people are prepared for battle, but you are prepared for battle and to win something, okay? And you will accomplish that. Now, the Tower basically is like a sudden epiphany, or something gets taken away in order to replace it with something greater, something better. So I feel in your reading, you're making space for something greater. And it may be difficult, it may be a struggle, may bring a lot of sleepless nights or a little bit of worry, take a breath. Okay, your guides are with you. They're actually standing by your side. In another reading that I did for another sign, they had their hands on their the sign's shoulders. For this, they're showing me that they're actually just by your side. You can feel them. You feel moments where you're not alone. That is when your guide has stepped really close into your energetic field, and you can feel them because they want to be close to you because they're helping you with strength. You've got the strength all by yourself, but in moments, they're by your side. They just want you to be aware of that. Okay, they're also showing me a black cat. Whenever you see a black cat, it is a symbol. I mean, you may even have a black cat. So if your black cat has just come to you during this reading or sat on your lap or whatever during this reading, whenever you see a black cat, even if you do not have one, a black cat for you is a symbol that your guides are with you and granting a wish or helping you, guiding you to where you want to accomplish something. So look out for black cats. A lot of people say black cats across your path are negative. No, it is a positive experience. It actually brings luck. Okay. Now, Seven of Discs, perseverance. But Seven of Discs also is opening yourself up to a new strategy, a new way of doing something in order to accomplish. It doesn't mean you're giving up, or it doesn't mean that you're not on track to what you want to achieve. It means you're just finding an alternative way of getting what you want. Whether that is you being diplomatic, whether that is you standing up to a bully or toxic behavior, whether that is you going and getting a new job, whatever it is, you're finding a way through a difficult circumstance to thrive, and your revenge is your success. Okay, that's what they're showing. So even if there's like a friend or a family member who did not support you in your dream, or laughed at your dreams or anything like that, your success is the revenge. Okay, people will watch you rise, and you did this all by yourself, so you can be proud of your accomplishments. I'm just going to get any final. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their high? Ooh, that was pretty powerful. We've got Gaia, we've got Helper, we've got the Office. They want me one more. We've got Voice. As I said, something about, the swords were not present. They were all in the negative, so that perhaps there's something that you haven't been able to express. They want one more. Interesting. Persistence. I mean, you literally got the same sort of cards that have connected to the rest of your reading. So we've got Voice here. And we've also got helper. So I said, someone from your past could come back and offer you an opportunity, but the universe is actually helping you because you got Gaia as well. It's amazing. I'm touching the Voice card. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to watch the video. See, as soon as I drop it, my voice is back to normal. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Anyway, maybe I'll say what I need to say. This is crazy. Maybe I'll say what I need to say without touching the card. Excuse me. I'll have to rewind the video and see if when I was talking about your voice, that's when my voice started to go again. So anyway, I have to pick it up to get the energy. So let's go again. Get your message heard and get noticed. You have much to share with the world. Consider careers in radio, public relations, or anything in communications. The only thing holding you back is your ability to speak your truth. So that's what they've given you there, okay? So whether you feel like you're not able to express yourself in some area of your career right now, or you're keeping your goals and your dreams to yourself in order to accomplish great things, working hard in silence, that's an important way of working as well. Your accomplishments will speak for themselves. We've got Gaia. Spend time in nature to be healed, soothe, and regroup. Protecting the planet, herbalism, livestock, or working with nature could also be good for you. The universe is working with you. Believe in its subtle magnetism to guide you. So as I said, a stork and a black cat, they are symbols for you to look out for. I know it's so strange, the images I get during readings, but they are there to help you on your journey so that you can see that the universe is working for you and not against you. We've also got Helper. And it says, avoid giving too much of yourself while neglecting your own needs. We already covered that. You're overgiving or overworking or overburdening yourself there. It says, consider careers in customer service or any field where you're able to care for others. Don't fear asking for help or accepting help if someone is willing to give you a hand. Okay? And most important, they just said, look at the T. Look at the T. At first I thought they were talking about mine again. But the T actually says, well, it says fun there, but I can't see something is for fun. So I can't read what it actually says, but fun. Most important. Remember, if you're not having fun, it means you're not on the right path, okay? There's something that you need to tweak. You may be in the right field, but if it feels hard and it makes you feel like you don't want to do it anymore, it means something needs to change. That's why the Tower energy is there, because there needs to be a radical shakeup in something. We've also got the Office. So you're going to be very, very organized. Even if you're not an organized person, you're going to surprise yourself in June. It says, think of the greater good than oneself to achieve a better outcome. Consider careers in administrative or management roles. Manage your time better or delegate tasks to be more productive. This is something you're going to be doing in June anyway, okay? We've also got legal. So some of you signing new contracts with regards to new opportunities that are coming on in here, leadership position available for you, or some sort of elevation position occurring for you in the month of June, towards the 3rd week of June. You'll get news on that. You might have to take care of some legal matters related to financial issues. You could receive money from some kind of legal matter. There is a good time to handle this is a good time to handle any legal matters involving your money. So I feel like you're protecting your money. As you can see, she's got a sword there. So I feel like you're protecting your finances and things like that. You're preparing and getting yourself organized. Some of you may be going through a legal battle as well. If that's you, then I feel like there's a positive outcome, but I would say make sure you get good advice. We've also got persistence. And it says here, your efforts have not gone unnoticed. Success is just around the corner. Follow through with what you set out to do consistently until you reach your goal. So that's what came up with that World card. Sometimes, you get a little bit disheartened and you don't give up per se, but you put things on pause and maybe start something new sometimes. We all do it. I'm really bad for doing it. I've worked really hard this year in particular to make sure I follow through and finish what I start. It says here, hard work is required to keep building on your finances. And as I said, nobody said it was going to be easy. Of course, there's that song that came out in a reading a couple of weeks ago, maybe even for your sign. It said something like, nobody said it would be easy, but nobody said it would be this hard. I think it was Coldplay, if I remember rightly in that reading. But they're just showing me that it will be worth it, okay? As you can see, whenever you get yellow or golden energy in Tarot, it means reward, it means success. And as you can see, you've got all those sparks of success and, taking time in nature just to calm any anxiety. And also I'm doing a competition, which I'll tell you about now in a moment, is very important for letting go of any stresses, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Any final messages? Things to remember. I am confident. Now, as you can see, behind her is the sun, but also the world. So this is accomplishment, this is success. Your confidence is the key to your success. But also, it's number 45. They want me to know about the number. Number 45, when you reduce it, 4 plus 5 is 9, the hermit energy. So something that you're accomplishing on your own, that you have the skills, the talent, the wisdom, and the knowledge to accomplish, you will be so proud of that, okay? It's like a boss, completely like a boss in June. And I am connected. I am connected. So you're connected to the universe, but you will also be connected to others on the other side. But right now, the universe is saying there's something you need to focus on, whether it is finding, being a pathfinder and finding your way through a difficult period. Do reach out to friends or people you can trust if things are getting a little bit much, of course. But they're showing, especially with that Gemini energy, and we're about to head into Gemini season, of course, we're already in Gemini season. I can't remember the date right now, so I feel we're already in Gemini season. This is about you sort of connecting to others and getting what you truly deserve, reciprocity, okay? So I'm just gonna get some runes before I close your reading. 1, 2, I'm gonna get 3, so no, they don't want that one. I'm closing my eyes, so okay, let's take that one. So first one, I'm gonna feel the energy to see what's coming out there. Oh, wow. Okay. So they're actually showing me a map right now and the Wheel of Fortune. So maybe this is about you in the planning stages of something, where to next, or making a decision. So Wheel of Fortune. Now that's been coming out for every sign. So this is either the gift ruin or this is the wheel ruin. Now I can't quite distinguish between the two. I'll be really honest. I can't tell which one it is, but I'm guessing it's from the energy I'm getting from this ruin. I think it's It's either of those two. So I'm going to take a peek. Okay, yeah. So this is the wheel. This is the journey. Okay. So this is going to resonates with your career. So this is about making the right action or taking control once again, being in the flow. So also that fate is on your side, fortune is on your side, and that you're going to receive a message to do with your career, which we've already established. Okay, in around about the 3rd week of June. You may get it before, but the 3rd week of June is the catalyst week for you, and you're going to make the right decision. They're showing that. Okay, so if there's been any delays in your plans, expect movement forward from then. Also, we've got, now they're actually showing me the sun, so I have to say that this is, they're showing me a ball of light, the sun, the actual sun, not the sun card. So I'm guessing this is the sun ruin. So let me just have a look. Yeah, it's the sun ruin. Okay, so this is victory. This is clear vision, clear-sightedness, achievement, accomplishing a goal, but make sure you get rest because the sun connects to energy. Okay, so they want you to be aware of that. And finally, okay, now they're just giving me a song. Now they gave me this song, I feel, a couple of weeks ago, or maybe even a couple of days ago. I feel it was for Sagittarius, and it was a song, The Only Way Is Up by Yaz. That song's coming out right now. So in some way it's connected. So either you, I mean, it's another fire element. So perhaps it's resonating for all fire signs. I mean, maybe it's a song that you just heard or you will hear after this reading, or maybe you'll hear it in the next 4 to 5 weeks and you're like, damn, I haven't heard that song in ages. But it came out in the reading, so it's connected to the reading. The only way is up. You know, the energy that I'm getting, the only way is up. I can't quite grasp the energy from this one. So because the song came out, I'm going to take a hunch and say maybe it's the arrow. But I feel it's a different energy for the arrow, so I feel like I'm not quite there yet. But anyway, I'm going to have a look. No, okay, so it's not the arrow. It is it's Hagal, which is basically limits, you know, upheavals, and perhaps risks that lead in the right direction. So upheavals connects to that tower energy. So expect some sort of radical change that may have presented itself as a risk, or it's basically showing you that there are no limitations, that you're working within the parameters that you have around you and you're responding in a really positive way. You're headed towards success, but there is some sort of radical change or upheaval going on for you in the month of June. Now, a lot of signs, when I did, actually most signs bar one, I think, when I did the yearlies at the beginning of the year or the end of last year, every sign pretty much got a tower for the month of June. So that tells me that collectively the world will go through a radical shift in June. Okay, so watch out for that. And that could connect to why you've got a tower there as well. So, but I feel like you're protecting yourself. You're getting yourself in a really good position. So I'll leave it like that. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If you'd like to be with a chance to win a free personal reading, all you have to do is write 5 things down on a piece of paper that you feel are blocking your progress. Okay, it can mean you put down low self-confidence, or that you're afraid of failure. Whatever it is, it could be a relationship. It could be, you know, something that's preventing you from moving forward and finding love. So it doesn't have to be connected to career, but write 5 things down on a piece of paper and find a creative way to release that piece of paper, okay? Whether it's go outside and safely do a burning ritual and release it to the universe, or whether it is you ripping it up and putting it in the trash across town. However you want to dispose of that piece of paper with 5 things written on it, that's going to resonate with your soul and lift the energy. You're going to feel lighter, okay? In the comments box below, all you have to put is, I've let it go, now I'm in the flow. Okay, and I'll gravitate towards one lucky subscriber on the 28th of June, and I'll announce the winner's name in a video upload only. If something resonates here for you, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Aries. Love and light.